You're tuned into Visions, a business and community affairs program designed to encourage and promote entrepreneurship in Central Alabama.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Vision. Cedric Varner. We're excited about our guest and excited about seeing you today. Our guest today is Attorney Charles James II, who is with Serious Injury Law Group, and he said he was going to come back and share some more information with us. Attorney James, thanks for being here again with us on the program.
Thank you again, Mr. Varner.
We want to let the community know that this program is being brought to them by you, and so we appreciate your support and partnership. One of the things that we see about you as you've been in practice is that you believe in being involved in the community.
That's an essential component of who we are and what we do at the Serious Injury Law Group. So it's from our inception. Okay. That was why we even formed this firm. As a matter of fact, we wanted to be different from our competitors or other attorneys who practice personal injury. We wanted to set ourselves apart by our commitment to our community.
And so when you say being involved in the community, I know you're active in your church, and I see you sponsoring a lot of events, and I see you in different areas in the community at large. So is that how you go about your community involvement?
Well, I mean, among the ways, I look at each and every client that we have. We look at that as a means or a way of giving back to the community. In addition to servicing our clients, I'm also active I'm on the board at Brentwood Children's Home, active at Resurrection Catholic Church. I serve on the board of the Alabama Civil Justice Foundation, which it gives grants to charities that help, for instance, aid to inmate mothers. They also give donations to families that, like domestic abuse shelters, to help battered women and their children. So that's another element of the community service. And then there's also just direct giving by sponsoring church events, giving scholarships. And so that's sort of what we do. And in addition to that, Mr. Varner, we think it's important to educate the viewers or our community just about certain issues that have relevance to them in their lives that they may or may not be aware of. And for instance, like I also do lobbying work, trying to regulate the daycare centers, because unfortunately many of the child care centers in the state of Alabama, if they're church affiliated or affiliated with a religious organization, the state really doesn't have much oversight over them. And so I work with the legislature to try to get that change. And we also work with the Alabama Association for Justice to try to make sure that laws are not enacted that would be detrimental or hurtful to many of the people who we represent, and also members of your viewing audience. Things like immunity provisions and caps on damages, and you would be surprised what goes on, the stuff that they try to pull. That certain members of the legislature try to pull over in order to benefit their wealthy constituents, who are typically going to be big businesses or insurance companies.
Well, speaking of big business, when you were here last, you really shared something that was a different bit of education when you talked about Walmart and representing some of your clients who get caught up in I guess being unfairly convicted or accused.
Many times people, let me back it up. So Walmart, based upon the litigation that we've been involved with them, they have a pattern in practice wherein their loss prevention department has to make certain quotas in terms of contacts with potential shoplifters, in terms of arrest. And so if you don't meet those quotas, then there's a possibility that you may not get a raise or a promotion. Or could even potentially be fired for ineffective job performance. So they are extra, how can I say, extra exuberant. They have a lot of zest when they go zeal. They zealously go after quote unquote potential shoplifters, and it could be someone who gets up every day, works hard, does what they're supposed to do, but you may just run to Walmart to pick up something for your barbecue grill. So you go in there in shorts and a raggedy t-shirt and flip-flops. Walmart could potentially, I guess, stereotype you as a shoplifter. And, you can be accused of shoplifting particularly if you go through I found when you go through the self-checkout line or if you're trying to return something, those people are more likely to be unfairly accused of shoplifting.
Wow. Okay. Well, now that's education, because I was not aware of that situation, and so you've incorporated that representation element into your practice.
Yeah, and of course, not all. I mean, look, let's face it.
Yeah.
There are some people who go to Walmart to steal.
Yes.
We're not representing those
Right,
people.
right.
We're representing people who've been falsely or unfairly accused of shoplifting or taking something when they didn't, when they came in there to pay for it. The people who go in there to steal, we don't want them. We don't represent them. I don't do criminal work. And those aren't the people that we're trying to represent. But if you've been unfairly accused and it has caused you to be arrested or detained against your will within the store, or to have criminal charges levied against you, or in addition to another important component of it is if you received a collection letter from Walmart or an attorney holding him or herself out to represent Walmart, let us know.
That's good. That's good. Wow. Well, see, that's the importance of this education and the need for representation. Now, I've heard actually good things about you at Brentwood Children's Home. I think Mr. Jones is the the executive director, and he's told me that you're on the board, and so what kind of support do you give them as we support our youth through that endeavor?
Well, Brentwood it is such a godsend for a lot of these children. I think that many of our young people who get led astray, they get led astray because they don't think that anyone cares about them. And Brentwood provides a safe, loving Christian environment where these children who've been ravaged by society through no fault of their own, and we get to love on them, educate them, kind of build them up so that they can go out into the world and be productive members of society. And one of the ways that we benefit Brentwood is by giving our time, just interacting with not only the children but the staff, encouraging the staff to stay motivated. Because in this world of budget constraints and budget slashing, that the first thing that they're going to cut is anything to benefit our children.
That's right.
And we've seen that time and time again.
That's right.
So, we just have to keep them encouraged. Oftentimes they have to do more with less.
Yeah.
And I also try to support the events like the Brentwood Truck Raffle, the 5K Fun Run, and many other events that we have throughout the year at Brentwood. So it's a very worthwhile and a very satisfying feeling to go in and you see these young people, they leave Brentwood, they go on to college, they go into the military. We've got a couple of Brentwood ex students who are actually MPD officers, and not just officers. They are actually high ranking.
Wow.
Within the Montgomery Police Department.
They made the transition.
It's just very rewarding, and I can't tell you how many times I come in contact with people who had gone to Brentwood, and they just talk about what Brentwood had done for them at that particular point in their young lives.
Excellent, excellent. Well, when we're out speaking of community service, we see people, and they tell us even this past week they saw you on the program, and we want to give a shout out to our folks over in Selma. They tell us all the time that they watch, and so so when people call you, they call the 1-855. Sirius.
855 Sirius.
Okay, and so then they're gonna make an appointment to come and see you. So we got some photos of your office. We know we're in football season now.
Well, they can make an appointment to come see us, or we can come see them.
Okay.
So
okay.
We've got that capacity. We've got we're gonna have we're gonna be debuting very shortly the Sirius Injury Law Group mobile.
Okay.
Dedicated to serving injured clients throughout the state of Alabama.
Wow.
And we're very fortunate too. You mentioned football.
Yeah.
Sirius
we'll go to that shot now. Okay.
Yeah. Sirius Injury Law Group. We're very fortunate to be sponsors of the Tuskegee University athletic program.
Yes.
This year they're going to televise Tuskegee's homecoming game for the first time,
Okay.
and that programming will be brought to you by the Serious Injury Law Group.
Excellent.
Additionally, we have partnered with Killadilla Roscoe Miller.
Yes, legendary.
The legendary
Yeah,
Killadilla Roscoe Miller
Yeah.
to broadcast Alabama State football live to his listening viewers during this season.
Listening
So-
audience, okay. All right, well, great. Well, we like that, and so we're trying to give people a visual so that if they happen to be in town and they want to come by your office, this is, so I didn't know about the mobile vehicle that we got working that you're setting up shop with, and that's fantastic. Now, speaking of locations, you've got several office locations to serve your clients.
We're here in Montgomery, 418 Scott Street. We're located in Lowndes County behind Bell Funeral Home. We also have a location in Mobile, downtown in the Battle House Tower on Water Street overlooking the river. And we got 2 locations in Birmingham, one by the Galleria, another in the Irondale area.
Okay. All right, real good. And when people go to see you in Irondale, what's that close to in proximity?
It's right off of I-20 past the airport in Birmingham. You just keep going as if you're going towards Atlanta, and you'll see the Irondale, I think Adamsville exit. I can't remember which exit, but it's close to the old Century Plaza Mall.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, sometimes people have serious injuries and they need serious lawyers.
Yes, sir. They do.
and
And
that's
we're here
your
for
motto.
them. We're here for them. Serious lawyers, serious injuries, serious lawyers, serious results. So,
Yeah.
we go to bat each and every day, tackling some of the biggest corporations and insurance companies in this nation.
Wow.
And we're not scared to fight, and we are honored and privileged to represent the good people of Central Alabama.
And so what you're saying is you're not afraid of the giant.
We're not. And as every day, I feel like David with my smooth stone, and I take my slingshot,
Amen,
and I give Goliath my best shot
Wow.
on behalf of my clients.
Wow, wow. Well, that is fantastic. We're just always inspired and encouraged. That's why we invite you back. We will invite you back again so we can continue to get, we really like it. This is really, we really consider ourselves an education show.
Well,
so we really like this
we
education.
we got a very smart class when considering our listening, our viewing audience.
That's
So,
right. That's right. Well, Mr. James, we're gonna wrap up here. We want to say thanks
Thank
for coming
you.
to be with us again on
Thanks
the
for the
program. We're going to
opportunity.
look forward to talking some more about your firm and the representation that you're giving to our community, and we look forward to hearing and watching football in this region sponsored by you.
Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent. All right, well, that's going to do it for us on this segment of Visions with Attorney Charles James II with Serious Injury Law Group. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.